Designating transfer personnel is a key responsibility. Regulations vary, but most mariners agree that at least 4 individuals should devote their full time and attention to the bunkering process. The point of transfer watch must remain at the bunker manifold connection between the barge and receiving ships throughout the entire bunkering operation. It's a best practice to maintain a deck rover watch monitoring for spills. Additional crew may be needed to monitor all tank levels during topping off tanks or during bad weather conditions.
I would say that the biggest incident is the ship, for some reason or another, overfills a tank, and they either have a deck spill or the spill enters the water. I would say that's the #1 incident. Usually it's when they go to different tanks, sometimes they need to communicate the different rates, slow us down or speed us up. So I would say just the biggest incident for us that we look out for is the overfilling of the ship's tanks.
Crew members assigned to bunkering operations should be free of distractions during the transfer, including any other duties. Cell phone usage and other electronic distractions should be prohibited. Communications procedures range from coordinating radio frequencies to use of common hand signals and gestures. Because radios and walkie-talkies may fail, basic hand signals are useful backups. Pay special attention to communications procedures in case of emergency. And stress again to crew members that they can stop the bunkering operation at any time should they observe something wrong. When in doubt, shut down.
Emergency communications or an emergency shutdown needs to be a very clear part of the pre-transfer conference so both sides understand exactly what to do to have a very simple, clear, quick, and direct shutdown in the case of an emergency.
Before the transfer process begins, prepare the deck and bunker manifold areas. This includes making a visual inspection of all equipment on both receiving and delivering vessels. As part of your preparation, close and secure all required hatches, doors, and portholes. Seal all scuppers and drains on deck, from which spilled oil may enter the water. And ensure the bunker manifold area is well lit for the sake of efficiency, safety, and maintaining crew alertness. Connect the bunker hose carefully. It may still contain some oil from a previous transfer. All pipe connections, tank vents, overflow, or fill pipes must have spill containment in place. Use a new gasket for each connection and secure bolts tightly before pumping begins. Double check the alignment of all valves and inspect the hose itself for obvious defects. The hose should be properly supported to avoid undue strain on manifolds and rails. After the bunkering hose is attached, but before any oil is transferred, the PICs from the delivering and receiving vessels must meet for a pre-transfer conference to plan the operation. The conference must be conducted in English, and if there is a language difficulty, an interpreter should be available and present throughout the entire procedure. Conduct the conference face-to-face. Review together the loading plans and declarations of inspection, which will need to be signed. Next, use a checklist and jointly initial key areas of agreement, including the products, sequence, and flow of the oil, key procedures and personnel who will be involved, any watch changes agreed upon, and shutdown and topping off procedures.
We talk about all the legalities of the transfer, making sure they have a loading plan. That way I know that they know what tanks they're going to. And it's not just, you fill your gas tank on your car, you fill it till it stops. This is a little different. We got to gauge the tanks, make sure that we're not going past the percentage, getting close to that 100% mark.
Make sure there is agreement and clear communication regarding emergency shutdown procedures.